Today I want to talk about basically how to flip your thoughts, how to think more positive thoughts and just stay in that space of just knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. Welcome to Pep Talks with Tanya. Welcome. Here, I'm just trying to motivate, hopefully educate and inspire you about this life and just how to translate your life, how to be. And it just has helped me so much. It's been so much knowledge that I've gained in this last couple of years. Insurmountable. This journey I've been on, more than a journey, it's just been so beautiful. But anyway, just want to get into it. So the number one thing that I noticed for me is when I realized the power I held. I realized I had the power, no matter what circumstance I'm in. They could bound my feet, my hands. I had the power to determine how I am going to respond, how I'm going to speak, whatever, in any situation. No one ever could take the power from me. And I lived a life where I would just react. Someone would say something to me, I don't know, I would just spiral. For really particular thing, is someone who I deem to be an authority would say, hey, by the way, hey Tanya, I have to speak to you about something. Let's say they left a message or they emailed me or texted me, hey, I want to speak to you about something. Let me tell you, before I would actually speak to that person, I've done had 3 or 4 conversations with someone about, what do you think they'd be calling me about? I would have done thought hey, I did this thing, I did something wrong? And I'll try to figure out that. I mean, I spent days, hours sometimes trying to figure out what a person who I deem to be an authority would want to speak to me about. Then I'm first of all, it's just such a negative way of thinking, and honestly, that kind of energy brought exactly what I was focusing on. I was focusing on that, and guess what? I would speak to that person and it would be some silly drama or something going on. But then I started thinking, everything's a reflection of me. I also have the power to determine how I'm going to react in every moment. It doesn't matter if I've made a mistake, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, whatever. I determine how I'm going to react, and why would I go the route of I'm going to get in trouble, or this person has beef or some sort. It's nope. I'll just clear my mind. Well, let's see what they want. That's it. Absolutely clear my mind, not identify with it, realizing that I control how I react. No need to spiral, no need to be afraid, to worry. I determine, no matter what, because it doesn't, what are they going to do? The worst thing they're going to do is tell you something, So my thing is once I started doing that, whole life changed. So that's kind of how I started. I just started to just be stop reacting to things all the time. You don't have to be so, just because someone says something, you don't have to come back the same way. Someone's being petty to you, I was Queen Petty. Don't have to be petty back. You don't have to always react to people the way you think they're reacting to you. Observe it and then do what you need to do. Don't always attach it and think it's all about you. And what sometimes people, I would say most of the time, people have something going on with themselves that's nothing to do with you. But I would just put myself in that space all the time, and I'm just so glad that I realized and learned that it's not always about you or me, and I can, if it is, I can still control how I respond to it. The second thing for me, big thing, because I am the person who will give you the best advice in the world. I'm going to always have you staying positive. You come to me with any problem, I have the best advice for you. Guess what? When it came to me having that similar problem, I had the worst advice for myself. So talk to yourself like you're talking to your best friend. That helped me so much, is not to be so hard on myself, not to realize that you're not going to do everything perfectly. That's fine. That's okay. No one does anything. If the best person who's doing the best thing in the world didn't do it perfectly right away. You have to learn to do things. So my thing is that all that advice that I would always give to people, all that energy, keep your head up, I would never do that for myself. I would talk crazy to myself when I made a mistake, or what I deemed to be a mistake. Because once again, is it really a mistake? Whatever I deemed to be anything. I would talk just crazy to myself. like all the time. Give myself the worst advice, but always trying to give other people the best advice. And it's like, be gentle to yourself, love yourself, like truly, like start showing yourself grace. And that's what I did. I started to treat myself like my best friend. Also, like, sort of attached to that, not needing validation from others to maintain myself. I validate myself. I know that I'm enough. I'm telling you, I did. And it doesn't appear that way on the outside, but on the inside, absolutely. And just realizing, talk to yourself like you talk to other people. Like, show yourself that grace. The biggest thing, like, eye-opening thing for me, like, is you're gonna still have frustrations. You're gonna still be irritated. You're gonna still be annoyed. People gonna piss you off. It's not that you're flipping your negative thoughts to positive, and you're never gonna have a moment when you're like, you know what I mean? You're gonna have those moments, but you're more than the moment. That's what I had to realize. Like, I'm bigger than any emotion. I'm bigger than any condition. I'm large. I transcend it. I have these emotions. I mean, it's visceral. Like, if something happens, you're gonna respond. And sometimes it's not the best response, but you're bigger. You're better than any condition, any emotion. So when I feel those emotions or conditions, I'm like, all right, this person's pissing me off. This person's really gonna have me cursing them out. What I need to do is, I don't identify as that. If I'm feeling angry, okay, I'm having this angry moment, but I don't stay in that anger. I don't identify anger. I go beyond it. And sometimes I go so beyond, I'm like, okay, this is just a thing that's happening that's irritating me, and I let it go. I release it. I don't block it or try to stop it. I observe it, recognize it, and then I release it. Because at the end of the day, what? Be still and know. Be still and know that you are all, you transcend all. God is moving in you, through you, to you, at all times. One of the biggest things, moving through you all the time. How can you be worried? How can you be stressed? Those conditions, there's a human condition, there's an experience. It's not who you are. You're more than those experiences. You are all. You are always all. Just remember that. Just remember, you have control. You are, just like everything is just so powerful. I just think, like I said, I always think we forget about it. And biggest thing I said is just to be still. Quiet yourself and be still. Sometimes I gotta be like, I gotta nod my head and be like, all right. I see, I really do. Like, sometimes I step back and be like, okay, be still, T. Just be still. Now what? You be still, open yourself up to your intuition. It's always there. Listen to your intuition. You can't go wrong when you listen to your intuition. So last thing I would say, this is 4 things. This is to listen to your intuition. Be still, allow it to flow. You cannot steer yourself wrong. You cannot. So I just hope that this was helpful. This is the way I live my life. It's been super helpful for me. Love it. Like I said, I'm a human. It's not like I don't go through my things, but I always go through it with the recognition, with the conviction that what I'm all, everything is happening perfectly and unfolding for me. Regardless, I'm more than any of these things could ever be. I'm connected. You're connected to God. You're connected to the universe. I know that God holds a lot of dogma for people, but you're connected always. Always, always, always. You're never alone. It's not separated from anything. You're connected. So once again, thank you so much for listening to Pep Talks with Tanya. Let me know how it's going. Take care. Bye.